All right, y'all. Welcome to the next installment of the Dismount Podcast. And today we are discussing episode 54, Worst Day, How Do I Carry Myself? That rain cloud follows us a lot, often, sometimes. Depends on your situation. But today we transition. We're talking worst day, but we're transitioning into a completely amazing day. We got Jeff here today. Jeff is Derry's brother-in-law. He's a longtime friend of mine as well. And Jeff is going to be joining us for the time being. Man has the gift of gab. We grabbed this man and said he had to join us for this time period. Brandon is taking a little step back because Hannah is now with us. We got a new member of the Dismount Squad. She's a bundle of joy and doing awesome. And that man, I find it was transition overnight for that guy.
Quit his damn job. He said, "I'm done.
Yeah.
Quit my job."
He went from I'm not a dad to I'm all dad.
Listen, dude, I text him genuinely. I was like, listen, I just want to know if you need anything. Just checking in with you, bro. Like, honestly, you need anything, whatever you need. He's like, I'm good, bro. I'm only working 2 days a week. I'm home, full day.
Yeah.
I said, damn, all right, bro. I just wanted to see if you need anything. He's like, I'm good, bro. I'm home with my baby all the time. I'm good. It was amazing, dude.
He hooked it up, dude.
Yeah.
He's doing awesome. Baby's doing awesome. It's all good things over there. So, well, all this beautifulness. Now let's talk terribleness, I guess.
Sick, dude. Hell yeah.
So, running right off into it, we joked, we used to give you the entire outline. This podcast is don't trust us, trust yourself. And that whole concept is if you cannot trust yourself, then how are you ever going to trust anybody else? So that is why we say that. We are going to rip right into this outline. We get together, we talk, we discuss 6 questions. Those questions we went and journaled on ourselves, and then we come together here. So question number 1 of today's outline: when everything is going wrong, who do you become, and how different is that version of you from who you want to be? And for me, easily, any day, I can become the most whiny little bitch out there, and I'm no doubt about it. It is definitely something that I have experienced and have way too many times dealt with. I would say the person who I want to be transitioning into is that person who wakes up every day as if today is a completely brand new slate. And I have this opportunity to continuously transition more and more into being water, where I'm just going with the flow. We were just chatting about, the tough week that you might have ahead of you. And you're already sitting here preempting yourself like, oh, shit, man, I know that today's beautiful. It's Sunday, but Monday's tomorrow. And I've been off for the last 10 days. So,
Hell yeah.
this is going to be a whirlwind this week. Yeah. And I love that, dude. I love that I look at that and go, that's so inspirational to be able to already say like, oh, yeah, I know this week's going to suck. So, I'm going to preempt myself. Not, fuck, this week's going to suck. I'm not even going to have an enjoyable Sunday because I'm going to let all the rest of this upcoming week I know for work just ruin this right now. And that's a tough place to be in, because that just takes away an entire Sunday where you could have been present and enjoyed yourself before all that bullshit.
Definitely.
So for you, Jeff, when is everything going wrong? Who do you become?
Honestly, I become a person that has to reflect. Like you just said, when I get in a tight spot, like a worst day, it's going to be bad. You don't want to go down that rabbit hole. So over the years, I've learned to become a person that's like I just did to you. I'm like, all right, you know what's coming, reflect on it, know what your triggers are. I've been to therapy for my anger, dude. I know a worst day could go off the rails real quick, especially if I don't catch it. But that's what I've learned to do, through everything that I've done. I have to reflect. And if I don't, that's when I get bad. I get into those, we talked about, tight spaces where you're like, I need to get out of this. And that's a lifelong work in progress. I'm 40. You don't get there. You start to get there. And it's situational. I'm not going to lie and tell you every situation I'm sitting here going, all right, reflect, because you can't always do that. There's things that happen in the moment. But in those moments, I do have to, if I can't reflect, when I was younger, dude, I would fly off the handle, very bad, bro. But you get to those spaces, and that's where I'm at now. Honestly, I do more reflecting than I do hothead shit.
I feel like I just honestly used to let go of the I was flying a plane, and it was just well, Jesus, take the wheel now, you know? And then we're just nose diving and I'm taking out everything in my path because I'm just straight going down. Every bird that's in the way is getting stuck in that rudder. And it's just, there's just pure chaos that happens at that time for me.
And it's, you do that enough times, right? To where you have enough bad days built up. You build up a cachet of bad days where you're like, hold up. I can't keep doing this. Whatever it is, I can't keep doing this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it takes time. It takes, again, I know it sounds redundant, but reflection. Like, you have to always be able to say, okay, last time this happened, what did I do? How did it come out? Like, I've had plenty of bad weeks at work that I walked right into them knowing, fuck, man, this is going to suck. And walk right into Monday, and here I am in my office pissed off, snapping, and I'm like, dude, come on. Like, you said it was going to happen.
Yeah.
You said it.
Yeah.
And you doing it. And, like, you get to that place where it's like you think about the people, the situations you have to care about. Like, the people, you know, I can't lose my job. Like, I go to work, like, I can't afford to lose my job. So, like, I need to always be thinking. Like, that's what my brother will tell you. My youngest brother, he'll tell you, he's 23. I tell him all the time, think before you do shit. Always. No matter what you do, think before you do shit if you can.
Yeah.
If you can't, I get it. There's situations where it happens in the moment, real time. You got to practice those. You can only practice in real time when it happens.
Jeff, we only have 10 seconds left. The bomb's about to go off. There's no time for retrospection right now.
Ain't no practice, bro. You know what I mean? There ain't no practice for that shit.
Right,
Some shit is just in the moment.
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you mean. For me, like, I'm 33 now. So, like, we've joked, you know, you got a couple years on us, but age is a number, right?
Yeah.
But for me, you know, I'm 33 now, and going forward, I'm like, oh, I want to be this Mr. Miyagi, wax on, wax off mofo. You know, 28 to 33, Zach was that guy who finally was sitting there taking those retrospective moments and going, okay, hold up. I've been studying all these people around me. Why am I not studying how I react to how all these people react? I've never stopped and taken the time of how do I actually correlate myself in retrospect to the correlation of the people around me that I've been so focused on, like, well, how does these three people in my life act if I act this way? Well, hold up. When have I ever taken the stock of this is exactly who I want to be and this is who I'm going to put out there, and then it's just going to be a let all those chips fall? Because, you know, prior to 28 was whiny little bitch Zach. 100%.
Yeah, prior to this morning, that was Derek. No,
Really?
just kidding. No. Yeah, I think for me, it is tough because Jeff said, you know, obviously looking at the opportunity to think before you act is nice. It's something that I think you need to build up, like going to the gym or any muscle you could probably have, because I think that's my biggest issue when it comes to like that worst day situation. Who am I and who do I wish I was? I still feel like I am that person that still acts out of frustration a lot. That victim mentality sinks in. I turn into 17-year-old Derek who wants to go smoke cigarettes and blast music and get all angsty and turn into, like, you know, the teenage asshole that, you know, is probably somewhere still deep inside of me. I think
Blasting Good Charlotte.
Good Charlotte, yeah. It's a new day. We're all years old.
I'm starting over today, though. I'm starting over with a fresh new day today.
Oh, man. Yeah, I think, like, the nice thing is, though, that, you know, instead of, like, as I get older, there is some peace in finding the, like, well, there's nothing I can do about it. Like, that, I think that is empowering enough to keep me rolling in the sense of, like, you know what, dude? Like, there's literally nothing I can do about this. I found myself in this situation. I'm going to have to figure my way out, and it's already happened. That's the best part about a lot of these things is, like, it's already over. Now it's just about how you're going to react, and are you going to create more problems for yourself? Are you going to stack more problems on top of the problem you already have, which I am the king of? Oh, I found myself in a shitty situation. How could I make it worse? How could I find a way to make it worse? Oh, let's react like a complete fucking dipshit. Oh, I backed my car into a parked car? Okay, that's already bad enough. What if I just get out of the car and start screaming like a fucking maniac? What would that do for the situation?
That's gonna get everybody.
All right, hold on. Let's go to Zach. Let's see Zach imitate Derek just hitting a parked car and getting out. Go.
Are you fuck? fucking who puts their car there? Why would you park your car? I got a driveway here. Your car's here. There's no reason for a car to be parked here. Oh, the car. Whoa, we were leaving. I was going. You had to start talking, Doa. You know, you had to start talking a little bit, Doa. But no, look, I'm not blaming you. It's not your fault at all, Doa. No. If we were just, did you just not see the car parked there? Are you fucking kidding me?
I can't believe that woman said that, bro.
That's really what you wanted to say to her. In that
after
moment.
all that, the woman goes, "Did you not see my car there?" So, regardless of that situation, so yeah, okay. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. Is exactly how I reacted, and kind of I'm pretty close to it. The issue I have with that too is like not only is that an issue for the people around you, but then on top of it, like you are gonna feel guilty and shameful as shit after that. That feeling, and I've felt that a couple of times recently for sure, and the ways I reacted to a problem occurring in my life and how I've dealt with it, especially with other people, and realizing that I've created a second problem now. And I think I've mentioned this before on the show, and that's been one thing that I just have to mitigate as much as possible. Like, deal with the problems at hand. Stop creating more problems, because that shame and guilt. Oh, you've already fucked up, but now you're pulling people down to your level, where those people, that support system, are the ones that are going to try to bring you back up. So when I'm having a bad day, I should look for my girlfriend or my friends or my family to bring me back up to that baseline, as opposed to dragging them back down with me and then realizing I'm not going to get any benefit from what they were trying to offer me anyway, and that becomes tough. So I think the tough thing is that I'm trying to get through is the idea that I am self-aware of all of these outlashes or these ways that I react in negative situations, but in the past it's been a situation where I've been too lazy to change, and that is probably the most infuriating mindset you could possibly have. Is oh yeah, I know exactly what the problem is, I'm just not going to change it at all. And I think that's where we kind of try to move forward, is look for those ideas where I have the right support system, I have the right people around me, I just need to do the right things and try to be a little bit better every time.
Yeah, you let that shame wizard come in, and now it's like
Shame wizard.
I gotta hit the shame wizard with a Lemgardium Leviosa, spell of some kind to get this guy back to hell off. Because that for me is, I will definitely agree with you on that. When the shame sets in, it's all bets are off, because now I feel like shit because of how I acted and what I did. I now feel like even more dog shit for basically now recognizing how much of a dipshit I was. And then on top of that, it's both of those now make me want to just not exist for the moment.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there going, this isn't right.
And you become selfish in the sense that you're acting like you're the only person with problems.
100%.
That's where the real issue for me comes in. Like when I had the car issues recently, I got all bent out of shape, and then Doa's brother had totaled his car in the same week, and I'm sitting here, I'm the only guy who gets into car accidents. Woe is me. No one's ever wrecked a car. I'm the only guy who's ever claimed on his insurance in the history of the world.
Hey, $1 billion industry. It's just me.
It's just me. They're making all their money off me. Yeah, and that shit's exhausting.
But you know what the best thing is, though? You grow in those moments, though. It does suck. Like you said, the shame. Like, you get shameful, but in those moments, that's where you grow.
Yeah.
That's where you get to go, you know what? You're hurting people, not just me, but you're hurting other people. And, that's where I think it starts to click, especially for men. Especially, emotionally, we're not really wrapped like women. And they have where I'm trying to get, it sounds crazy, but women always think before, most of them think before they do shit. Think about it, they always, like you just said, you did all that, right? Yo, did you just happen to do that? Oh shit, yeah, maybe I did. You know what I mean? Damn. And when it all boiled down, right, when it was all the dust settled, it was just that. But now you can grow from that moment. That's a positive from it, though. You know what I mean?
Living with a woman now too, my girl, something will happen and she'll just go I have to process it. I'm like, you have to process it?
Yeah.
Bro, I would have been through 3 walls already. I would I'd be what do you
ever heard somebody
process
Kool-Aid
a problem
man.
that occurred in your life?
I'm thinking. You ever heard somebody do that?
You're
I'm
thinking?
I'm hot as I'm mad
Who
as hell.
the
I'm ready
fuck
to-
has time for thinking in a situation like this?
That's how you escalate, though. Like,
I know.
Don't,
No,
be,
that's-
don't be the signs that you see. You know what I mean? Those signs that show up. Like that's what you got to start paying attention to.
So what are those signs?
Oh, well, I think the last piece on this, I think that all three of us definitely have come from being someone overall who has always been there for other people and has constantly been showing up for other people on
100%.
their worst days. So when our days come, I feel like a worse day sometimes, in my personal experience through life, I've been there for so many people that I look and I go like, you fucking letting that get you down? Like, I know that I'm not sitting here saying that to them, but I'm thinking that in the background, like, yo, this is pretty fucking small. Like, you know, why are we getting so jammed up about this? And then you turn around and go, it makes you feel like your horrible days are like escalated because you're like, whoa, Sam, Tam, and Pam were all jammed up about this. I've just dealt with X, Y, and Z. And so I think that added to the worst days is when you're someone who was always thinking about others and how can I show up for others, those worst days didn't look so bad, but then it made your worst days go like, whoa, holy shit, I'm in the blender right now. They were on spin mode. I'm on freaking full cycle, you know?
I'm on emulsify.
I'm getting emulsified right now, dude. I'm fully pulverized.
I'm done.
But yeah, I don't want to like say that our shit stunk more. I just want to say that I think for people out there who are like us, when you're someone who shows up for other people, that can make your worst days feel a lot worse because you're sitting there and you're always being that strong character for other people.
Yeah, then you have expectations on how someone should
my God, I
act
was gonna
towards
say,
you
that's
on
it.
your worst day because
it.
that's how you act for other people. And then you have to realize, shit, maybe I should just be my best cheerleader, or maybe I should just be there for myself. And those people that I am there for might not have that, strength of mindset or whatever it might be. And you have to find ways to pick yourself back up. And that can be exhausting.
Thank you, because that's exactly where I was going. You have to get to a place of self-validation.
Yeah.
In my personal opinion,
No, you're
you
right.
can't get your validation from elsewhere, in any shape or form in life. In my personal opinion,
Yeah.
So
No,
You're right. No,
I-
who cares?
I'm-
No, you're right. 100%.
I'm feeling
I just go to the AI bot nowadays. I say for ChatGPT. I say, hey, yeah, am I doing a good job out there today? He goes, I don't know. Are you?
So what are the signs then? What are the signs emotionally, physically, or mentally that you're slipping into a worse day space?
I mean, it could start early, man. It could start real early. It could start at 8:20 when I gotta be at work at 9 o'clock. That's a good start, dude. If you think about it, like that's where I took this short. There's other signs that I'll mention, but I think the one thing that I've had to become pretty aware of is it happened today. It literally happened today. I went to bed late as shit because I took like 2 naps yesterday. I was just slouching. It was great. But I woke up, and thank God I got that internal alarm built up nowadays because I woke up at 8:29 with no alarm.
Today?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I didn't set an alarm, so this could have been a lot worse.
Damn.
But here I go. I go.
I
And then,
started to
dude,
text you too.
it might as well be like go, and I just fucking just in the shower, just
Running a fucking.
where's my clothes? Where's my clothes? Where's my belt? Where's my laptop? To get my charger? To get the 5 minutes done, out the door, boom, and
Running a decathlon on speed.
sure, I'm goated. I
Fireman.
am the goat of fucking getting ready in under 12 minutes because I've been doing it my whole life.
I've been doing it my whole
But
life.
the issue there is, okay, if I do that every day and then I'm going to work and I'm working long hours and then I'm complaining I never have time for myself and I feel like I'm always in a rush or I'm always on the move, and then like that alone, if I'm going to work and then like that's exactly how it starts. I'm in the car at 8:40 and I have just enough time to get to the office. I have just enough time.
You
If
can't
I hit
have shit go wrong.
if I hit one light wrong, then it's all of a sudden the city's fault. It's not even my fault that I didn't wake up 10 minutes.
Hey,
I'm
dude, the car
calling
next to you.
311 tomorrow. This light turns way too quick. I'm calling 311 tomorrow. And that's insane. That's insane work right there, bro. Because what you're doing is you're getting off on the wrong foot every day, and it's completely your choice. So those things alone are ways that I've seen where it's like, okay, cool. Now I'm getting a little sweaty. Now I'm getting my heart rate's getting up early, and like could have just worked out, could have started the day early, but no, I wanted to get up as late as possible. And those types of feelings start to build. So then like, okay, then I have a bad day at work and then like something pisses me off. And then I start to like close off. I get that like anxiety filled like electric buzz going through the body, dude. It feels like someone plugged me into the wall.
I'm charged up.
Yeah, dude, like I'm all charged up. Like the that self-talk bullshit comes in. It goes, I'm sitting there going, oh, you dumbass. You just would have woke up 10 minutes earlier. And it's just this recurring cycle of these bad habits and then this talk about how you're not gonna change and blah, 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 blah. And then you get on the other side of it. And sure, in that storm, like it feels like the worst thing possible, but what I've been trying to challenge myself to do is realize that like if I were to say like get home from work after all that shit and go, oh man, how was your day, sweetie? Go, oh, it was fucking terrible, blah, 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 blah. And then a week later, if my girlfriend were to go on Thursday, like, hey, remember last Thursday you said I had a terrible day. What happened? I go, oh, I don't know. I don't know what happened. What do you mean I had a terrible day? It was fine, I guess. Like, no, because I got myself caught in this fucking storm of feelings and rushing myself and not putting myself in the best place to succeed on a daily basis. And that alone can turn into a worse day really quickly on even just a normal day. And that's
But is she hitting you with a Derek? Have you not processed your Thursday last week yet?
Probably. Well, she hasn't, but that's probably the truth of the matter is I probably haven't. And let alone, I might not even process that Thursday. I may have just needed to like shut the fuck up and wake up 10 minutes earlier and start my day in like a positive manner. So I think those things alone, like setting yourself up for success and having a good day does carry a lot of weight into, keeping those bad days at bay as much as possible. But for me, I think, when I start to realize say it is a bad day, say some bad shit happens, some things I didn't plan, things didn't really go my way. It is the feeling first. It's the okay, I can feel myself getting a little pissed off. The way I'm reacting to people when someone asks me a question, the short little, just like, hey, Derek, do you mind if you give me a hand? What do you need my help for?
Everything's a shot at you.
Yeah.
Now.
Oh yeah. Why are you always gonna ask me for help? Why is it always? And then like that's it. Why is it? And it's like that kind of shit. It's a little much to carry every single day. So I think that's the type of stuff I look for when I'm recognizing a worse day, and those are the opportunities for me to say, okay, let me take a step back. Let me breathe. Let me think about it for a moment before I act and try to go from there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough though. The sitting down and thinking, I mean, I love how we keep bringing this up, man, because it's the ultimate, dude. Taking that mere second. But like we said, don't always have that, man.
Yeah,
so for you, Jeff, what are the signs, man? How do they show up?
Emotional. I'm an emotional wreck. I know, and what's funny? The people around you are the ones who tell you, like, you don't like to count on them as much, but like they're the ones around you that see it. Like I will tell you, like the girl I work with, like one day it's like on some work shit. Like we was at work and she saw it before I did. She was like, we started getting busy. We got behind a little bit, and she was like, I said, we ain't got the dude going back there to get. And I start trying to run the show, and she said, hey, I did this, I changed that, it changed my whole mindset. And I was like, oh shit! But she saw me emotionally getting ready to erupt. I'm one of them dudes. Like I'm like if I can't reflect and I can't breathe first and think, I'm starting to get emotional first. Like that's the first thing for me. Is I'm like, like you said, why me? Like, well, why are we doing that? Well, we should have been doing that. Well, how can we? Like, bro, like this is shit that been happening for months around here. Like now all of a sudden. You got a tizzy about it. Like that motherfucking bin been full of waste for 2 months. Now all of a sudden it got to be taken out.
Yeah.
But that's the emotional part. Like you start nitpicking, and then it's like you off. And that's just me. Like I know I'm emotionally off, and that's what leads into my physical downfall.
It's all emotional for me.
Yeah.
I start to feel that where I'm not present anymore. I'm starting to honestly pull myself out, and I'm looking at myself from like a third person perspective. And that's when all signs are just, they're all not good. And I go into a place where I then start to sit there and think, why the hell did I even get out of bed this morning? Why the hell did I even make any effort? This is bullshit. I don't even give a shit. And then those days, honestly, I could have so much bullshit going on in my life where I wake up, pop tire, got to put the spare on before you go to work. Oh, driving to work. Oh, someone hits you in the back of you. I could deal with all that stuff. But the emotional side of things, when I finally get to that place and shut down, and it is just a mental, it is not physical things that have happened to me that I'm experiencing. It is all mental, and I have just locked myself out, and it is a dark place, and I don't like to go there. And that's when I know all engines, I just need to shut down.
Yeah.
I just need to shut down and restart, because most of those days, it'll take completely removing myself from an environment. So if I go to work and like I'm okay, but then work brings me down, like until I get out of that environment, it's honestly like stepping through the door of the office as soon as I leave at 3:00. It's like walking through a threshold, walking through a portal into a whole different existence. And I'm just like, oh, all that shit's gone. And now I'm just moved on.
Yeah.
But that doesn't come with, first time I'm going to just decompress all this shit off of me. No, fuck no. That don't happen. That don't ever happen.
Bro, you get some physical shit happening in between there.
Yeah.
Man, I got so pissed off at work one time, dude. Like I said, I let that emotion slip into straight physical activity, dude. Me and the doc got into it. He's on my ass about everything. And I'm like, I could feel myself slipping. And I'm like, chill, Jeff. I told myself, chill. Don't say it ain't that serious. And he asked me for one more fucking thing. And I was like, man, I walked around the corner, whipped the pin at the wall. And not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My palms are sweaty. I done passed the emotional shit. I'm ready to punch a wall. I'm like, and that's what I mean. Like, if I can't get to that space, dude, and I'm not proud of that, but it's a lifelong work in progress.
You're Andy Bernard from The Office.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Can't find your phone, losing your shit, just punch a hole in the wall.
Boom. Dude, I'm telling you, it's like I don't have a lot of people in my office. Like it's me, one other assistant, another nurse, and then the doctors when they come and shit. So there's chances like that my physical eruptions don't get seen a lot. Like there's shit that goes on, but like it gets there though.
Yeah.
If you don't carry your emotions correctly, it turns to the physical, and that's when you really can hurt people. You know what I mean? I don't, I'm not that I'm punching on folks or anything like that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you can physically hurt people, with words, some people you could,
Oh, easily. You can wreck a person with just 3 words, man.
Oh, yeah.
You could absolutely demolish somebody.
What 3 words?
You suck ass. Because, wait, do you physically suck ass? Is that a phrase that you suck ass? Like, you don't even know. That's a psychological thriller.
What
right
part of the
there.
ass do you start with?
Cheek or starfish? Is that where we're going?
Yeah. So anyway,
Do you tend, we're going question number 3 now, folks. Do you tend to isolate, lash out, numb, overperform, or shut down when you're deep in it? And what do you think you're really needing in those moments?
yeah, it's a bunch of lashing at. It's about you. You did we just play the invitation you did to me against. But so yeah, I mean, let's take it back. Let's take it back to when I was in Arizona, and I backed my car into a parked car. And it was like 5 days, beautiful trip, sat there, did nothing, by a pool, eating food, had a couple beers, hung out, leaving the head of the airport, backed my car into a parked car. They didn't even see it there. Said the lady too, you didn't see it there? I didn't see it there. I wouldn't have hit it if I did. But the reaction was instant. It was like, okay, cool, I could have just screwed up. But then it's immediately like, oh my God, I ruined the whole week. The emotions, I get out of the car, I go, no, why? And that just like, that reaction is so crazy, dude. Just to let like, and you could see again, as a man, if you can't regulate your emotions, you're in trouble. Like you're supposed to look at, these opportunities to show like, I can be a foundation for a family. I can be a sturdy individual for myself. I can take things as they come. But in that situation, it was just victim mentality. Oh my God, this only happens to me. And then the immense dissatisfaction of myself after, like, the 10 minutes after, like, oh, okay, not only did I screw something up for myself, but now I am being the most selfish individual possible because this whole trip was for my girlfriend and not for me. So instead of just going like, hey, I made a mistake, let's not make this about me. It's, oh no, we're going to make this all about me right now. And having to then like, and she was great. And again, in that situation though, like I just needed grounded. So instead of like allowing her to ground me and bring me back up to where I need to be at the baseline to think clearly, I just pushed her away by acting like a fucking dipshit, which makes her, I don't want to fucking help that baby over there. Did you poop your pants? You okay? Like, what's going on over there? And like, that's a fucking issue. So
You need a lollipop?
you need a lollipop. So, so I think what's crazy, and going back to mention about like, you know, having a bad day and then a week later not even realizing what that is. It's like, I just need to work a little bit more on like the processing of things and not so much the lashing out of those opportunities. Cause like that becomes so tough. And like, you know, 3 days later though, I felt so shitty after that. I got the golden opportunity, dude. Golden ticket come along. I hit another fucking thing with a car. So 3 days later, I get back home and I'm thinking leaving your house. I'm like, you know, at least I didn't wreck my car. I love my car. I don't own much in this planet. I do love my car. I was getting in my car after telling you all about this, driving home. Biggest deer I've ever seen in my life. Just jumps on top of my car, blows out my headlight, sends my car to the shop for over a month. And instead of me freaking the fuck out, I just okay. The worst has happened in my eyes at that moment. Now my car is fucked. And I went home and I took it peacefully. I tried to process it. I was not happy at all. At all. I was probably even less happy than the rental car. Rental car just drop off. But like that was a moment for me to instantly go, okay, you're going back home to your girl. Like you not only for yourself, like we'll work on you for yourself, but you know, on the other side, like for you have to go home to somebody. You can't act like you did 4 days ago. That wound is still fresh on you acting like a little bitch about the first car. But now the second opportunity is like you getting this chance in the weirdest way possible to, okay, let's see how you react now that you've known you have fucked up. So, and that was nice. It was nice. Yeah. Did I have to sacrifice my car in $1,000 deductible? Sure. Yeah, whatever. No big deal. But did I get an opportunity to then see like what the other version of myself could do? Was I still upset? Yes. Did I still feel horrible? Yes. Did I still feel like the road's out to get me? Of course I did. That's me. I love that. But on the other side, I was able to sit there and process my emotions. And oh my God, what a tribulation that is, dude. That is not fun at all. But as you get older, you realize how necessary it is.
Some will say that was a priceless lesson. Some will say that was $1,000.
I have a receipt that says that is not a priceless lesson. There is a very hard price associated with that lesson. I also got some Ubers. There's a bunch of prices there. I had to get to work, walking around. So yeah, I just like I feel like in those opportunities, just letting it be. You know, when I find myself in times of trouble,
isolate.
Mother Mary comes to me.
Do you think that
Speaking
helps you
words of wisdom, let it be. You know that song?
Always.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Anyway, so I think isolating does help though. Like realistically, like I think like removing myself, putting me in a padded cell, strap me up, and just give me like 10 minutes, and I'm good. Honestly, like that is, it's joking, but like truthfully, like that is an opportunity for me to like, okay, situation occurred. That sucks. Let's get it down to a simmer, not a full-on over-the-pot boil, and then let's try to figure out what to do from there.
Would you benefit from going to one of those float spas where you're just in the little dome and they put you in the water that holds you above?
That shit's beautiful.
And just
I would freak the fuck out.
Would you be able to do it?
I'd freak the fuck out.
I promise you would love it, bro.
I'm sure I would. I've thought about it.
You should do it.
Yeah.
They got the couples float you can do. You and Doug could get up in there. You get in there.
Sensory deprivation.
Whole naked, baby.
Whole naked.
Whole naked. You know what I'm talking about? When you peek, you could do a little, oh yeah, look at that float. Yeah, can't wait to get to the crib. Yeah. But anyway,
reel it in.
We had this year for Christmas, we had a snake gift. That was it was all about the year of transformation and whatnot. So the gift Anastasia got was one of those 60-minute floats. And my grandma opened that gift at first, and she's like, I don't want this. So she stole somebody else's gift. And my cousin goes, I don't want this gift. I don't want to be alone with my thoughts for 60 minutes. And I instantaneously thought of you and the phone in Columbus. And I told her that story. I was like, my buddy lost his phone. Everybody was around him. And he's like, I'm alone with all my best friends and my thoughts. Just kill me now.
Yeah,
Ain't that the truth, bro?
Teleport me the fuck out of here.
Yeah, get me out of here, bro.
So I would say for me, I actually had an answer for every single one of these. And when it comes down to isolating, I sometimes need to take an isolation day, just an extreme mental, just ring it in kind of mentality of just, what am I going to do that is going to be for myself today to get me back to normal? Lashing out is easy. I am someone who came from a household where it was the loudest person and the last person to speak got their point across because everybody else was freaking going at it the whole time, and no one remembers what anybody said. No one remembers what they said until the last person was able to get that last jut out. And so that's me, dude. I have that mentality, and as a card in my back pocket that I would love to give away. Anybody wants that card, they can have that card. But it's not a very good, it's definitely not a collectible. As far as numbing, I have definitely been someone who has taken myself to a place of numbing when it comes down to smoking and Mary Jane. Easily, I've definitely numbed myself before, but I honestly look at it nowadays as not a numbing, but it was a meditation. It was taking myself out of my mindset that was just craziness and putting myself into what is actually, let's put the horse and blinders on right now. What is the true focus that I should be focused on right now? What is the true lesson that I should be learning right now versus all these emotions that are just flowing around right now? I need to let those go and just say, this is what I was here to learn. This is what I was here to find out. And that was something that was always super beneficial to me. It can be something that can become detrimental for other people who would become, I don't want to say use it as a crutch is just the word that I'm going to phrase it as. Because you can easily, it can be something that is used as a crutch as I'm going to reach for that every day that I'm having a shitty day. And that's not a good place to be at either.
Sometimes I don't get it.
It's not going to get you there.
Sometimes it don't move the needle. You know
It'll
what I mean?
take, and I think the one thing about it is
It's like, I'm having a bad day. I'm having a bad day, and now I'm stoned.
Exactly. It's like, I'm pissed. I'm all pissed off. You know.
Yeah, let me calm down. Like, I'm still pissed off, and now I'm paranoid.
I'm gonna have me a drink. I'm gonna smoke me a little joint. All right, I'm cool. Now I'm just high and drunk and pissed off. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, that don't work no more.
nope. This took me even farther down.
Hey, look, I'm going down a rabbit hole now. Look, now I'm thinking about worse shit.
Yeah. I'm Alice in Wonderland in this bitch.
Yeah.
And overperform. I am definitely someone who I will go until it's burnout. And then I am someone who I used to get sick from just not sleeping enough because I didn't want to go to sleep. I wanted to experience. I wanted to be alive. I wanted to be awake. Why did I want to sleep? What the fuck's going on in my sleep? Now I know sleep is fucking dope as shit and I love it.
That's that rest you need.
Yeah. Well, I enjoy a little bit more extracurriculars now with vivid dreaming and stuff, dude. Yeah. Lucid dreaming is wild. Anywho, I would say overperforming, I will take myself to burnout easy. I fuck up so often taking myself to burnout, and that is not something that you want to do. It's totally ridiculous to put that amount of pressure onto yourself. I would say it's a funny joke. Anastasia always messes with me. Anytime I'm trying to get back into doing something physical activity, I'll just go crazy. Like I haven't rode my bike in 6 months. Oh, I'll just go out and do 150 miles tomorrow. And she's like, and then I'm sitting in a bathtub and I got 2 Minio's pizzas, one on my lap, one on the toilet, and I'm sitting there with a white pizza and a pepperoni pizza, and I got ice completely coating me in the bathroom, and I'm watching Netflix, and I'm just sitting there eating 2 pizzas, and she comes home going, you fucked up again, huh? Your legs don't work. Hey, yeah, that was real fucking smart. Let's just not ride and then do 150. So I'm that jackass who will take myself to just these extremes that I don't have to go to. Where they beneficial? No. Do I feel like, is it a big ego thing? Yes. And that is the problem. It was an ego fluff. And that was not what I needed in that point in time. I needed to actually lock myself in the sense of this is who I am, not I'm this badass who's just, I haven't rode my bike. I'm going to go be a fucking, I'm fucking cooler than these fucking guys.
Yeah.
It's like what he said. It's like what he said earlier, though. Like now you got more problems.
Right.
Yep. Now your fucking legs hurt. I'm iced up. Now I can't go to work tomorrow. Maybe I got to call off work tomorrow. Maybe I need, now it's all the other shit that come with it now. And then all it goes back to when you reflect on that, you go, you just had to fucking ride the bike, didn't you?
Yeah.
You just had to do it, didn't you?
You just had to be a jackass.
Had to be a
Fucking do it, didn't
jackass.
you?
And my last one is shut down. I am very good at shutting down nowadays. I think that was something I didn't have the capability of being able to do. And now I actually look at this one as being a benefit to me of just where I was talking about. You get to those points in those days where it's just, I don't even honestly kind of want to exist right now. I'm kind of just feeling like I'm at the lowest point. And then that's where it's like, okay, hold up. I love this old engineering joke. It's, there's 4 engineers in a car, okay? You got a mechanical engineer, an electrical engineer, you got a computer engineer, and you got a civil engineer. All right, civil engineer says, the car won't start because we're not on level ground. We got to get a push start. That fucking ain't gonna work, bud. That don't work. Mechanical engineer says, it's got to be electrical problems. It's 100% got to be the mechanics. Oh, blah blah blah. Electrical engineer goes, it's the electrical system's not working. You get to the computer engineer and he goes, do you ever think about just getting out of the car and back in? The concept of just, have you ever thought about just shutting off the computer and turning it back on?
The simple, yeah.
So there's times when I need to hit that power button for myself and just go, whoa, hold up. I don't need to be running this computer system anymore. I need to turn this operating system off, hit the reset button, get a little update, and then proceed forward.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the joke is the turning off the computer and back on.
yeah.
You always
I
get that from the
no.
computer guys. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Turning off the Xbox and back on is going to make it work.
Why does it work like 98% of the time? You see what I'm saying? Like, we joking about it, right?
Yeah.
But like, that's always, that simple reset is always get you right.
Yeah.
Like, how many times have you went, hold up, I'm not even going to call. First shit they going to tell me to do is unplug it, plug it back in, or turn it off. I'm going to try that first. And it usually keeps the calls the fuck way down.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff, what about you?
Shit, I'm the same way, dude. I'm an emotional dude, so I lash out. Like, honestly, if I'm deep in it, if I'm mad, like, honestly, I'll lash out. And it's never personal. Like, I never get mad at a situation and attack it personally. But like, for me, if my emotions get to that point and I'm lashing out, it's because I'm an emotional person. I just like, and if that's wherever I'm at, whatever I'm doing, that's how it is. It comes out that way. It doesn't mean to, but
Do you ever feel like it's because you want to take control back of the situation when you're lashing out? Because I feel like that's for me.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like when someone else is dealing with an issue and I'm trying to help them, no issue, dude. Or if someone, even better yet, if someone wrongs me, I'm actually like more understanding than if I wrong myself.
Yeah.
So like when I screw myself up, I'm like, oh shit, dude, you idiot. And I'm trying to like, by getting pissed off and lashing out, I'm trying to like find some type of control in the situation of like making it more in my power than in just the ways of the universe. Like, I don't know if you ever felt like that. It's like a control thing.
yeah. Well, so like, to feed off of that, every situation you're in, you can't control, right? But you want to. And that's where the frustration comes in. And then the lashing out comes from, all right, like, I'm at work and some shit's going down and I need to do this or I need to shift my focus and now I can't, then what? Now I'm fucking lashing out. And then it's the escalation like we talked about. Now I'm doing physical shit. I'm all emotional. But for me, that's where I try to, as I get older, try to be more mature with that situation. Like, I lash out. I know I'm going to lash out, so I try to be aware of that shit. Like, all right, this is going to piss me off. I go in the fucking next room and all right, hey,
Grab
man,
the pillow.
come right back and go, hey, man, like
Hey,
that
man.
shit ain't ever happened. You know what I mean? But
Like you walk through a revolving door.
I'm a short fuse. I know it.
Yeah.
But like, it's getting back on track. But when I do that, like, I tend to overperform. Like I'm one of those dudes. Like when I'm hot, when I'm deep in it, I'm mad as hell. Like I will get 10 years worth of shit done in 2 months.
Yep.
I'm one of them people. Like I will fucking clean my gutters, dude. I'll fucking go outside. I'll rebuild the steps I've been building for fucking 10 years. I had my house for 5 years. There's projects I haven't even touched, but get me in a space like that where I'm lashing out physical. I'm like, all right, I need to stop trying to hurt people around me, making shit worse. Like we talk about, I'm just gonna make people mad, upset people, make shit worse. So I try to channel that energy. So there's no shutdown for me. Like I don't never shut down. I'll isolate. I'll play video games or I'll overperform. Like that's what I'll do. I'll either play video games or I'll fucking go crazy on my crib. But in those moments, like I do all that to say, I know what I need. I just need my peace.
Yeah.
My peace is my isolation and my wife. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I've learned to, I get to have a bad day at work and shit, and I'll just go, you know what? Like I'll text her. She feeds off the energy now. It's beautiful. Like I'll text her. Like she'll text me in the middle of the day. Hey, how's it going? Day's going okay. And then she'll be like, well, if you're having a bad day, you get to come home to us. And she'll send me a picture of her and the dog chilling on the couch. And I'm like, you know what? It ain't that fucking bad, dude.
Yeah.
But that's where you got to get to. But that's, you know what I mean? Like in those moments, that's what I need. I need that peace. And that's where I find it. It's like either my family, my wife, like those things, like you got to have it. Like you got to have something that gets you to that peace. And like part of that is isolation, and that's family and my wife. That's the other part.
Yeah, you have to choose the peace too. Like that's
Hell yeah.
You absolutely have to choose it, because what are you sacrificing? Because if you come back and like you could have went home to your wife and a dog and a relaxed couch, but you walk through the door and you huffing and puffing and blowing the house down. Like good luck, dude. Because now you're sacrificing that comfort you had, that thing that's going to ground you, that's going to bring you back down. Like you're throwing, so you walk through the door and your girl's cooking dinner or whatever, you have this nice home to come home to, and you're just, and then the doctor, the way he looked at me when he said, hey Jeff, I said blue ink and not black. I'm going to lose my goddamn mind.
Now you're pissing off and hurting people that they have shit to do with that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly. And then you're being selfish.
Oh, yeah,
She's
100%.
throwing you up alley oops, and you're just bow.
No.
Not in my house.
Not in my house.
So, is there a moment in your life when a worse day led to a breakthrough or showed you something about yourself you wouldn't have seen otherwise? You got this one, big dog?
Yeah, we're just going to keep hitting on it. So I think I already hit on it a little bit too here with the car situation. But yeah, I had a fork in the road moment of, here is a situation in which you acted like a complete fucking dumbass, the person you're trying to break away from, the person you're trying to kill off, the version of yourself, and then the same exact situation occurred 4 days later, and you had this golden opportunity to right the wrongs, show yourself that you can be a better version of who you want to be, the person you want to strive for. And I think like that moment alone of like just trying to remember, and I don't know, it's weird. It's like trying to, if I told you, hey, can you just close your eyes and envision what an orange tastes like? Like, yeah, probably. But like for me, it was like, okay, driving home after I hit the deer, I was like, okay, can you close your eyes for a second? Well, probably not while you're driving, but can you at least envision the way you felt after you acted like a complete fucking dickhead on Sunday? And how guilty and shameful you were, and how you probably made your girlfriend feel, and how you reacted in that whole situation. Now, remember how that feels, and realize that you don't ever want to feel like that again, and move forward. And that alone, like whether it's that situation, a couple arguments that her and I may have had, just in general, like that feeling after the fact where you go like, I wish I would have blank, like, just do that now. Just like, and that takes processing. That takes calming down, being present in the situation, not just letting things blow up. So I think right now I'm kind of in that arc, which is, it's this opportunity I have to literally brutally murder like the old version of myself. I've tried to suffocate it. I've tried to smother with a pillow. I've tried to, pull the cord, like the feeding tube out. No, it's not working. Like I have to go in and I got to gut the old version of myself and just take it out of existence. And I think by doing that, I'm giving myself the opportunity to like relieve the stressors, relieve the add-ons of bad days, because like that's another thing. It's inevitable, dude. Like we're always going to have bad days. It's always going to happen. There's no world, no life in which someone just lived the perfect life where every day is an amazing day, because that shit would be I'd probably be pissed off at that.
That's
You know?
weird. Yeah, I
Yeah,
wouldn't
dude.
even
If
wanna live
every
like
day
that.
was a great day, I was like, Lego movie type shit. I'm like, no, dude, this fucking
I
sucks.
go start some shit just for some excitement.
Exactly. I probably would, dude. I probably would. So I think like sitting there and acknowledging my wrongdoing when it occurs, whatever that might be, and then just processing and figuring out how I can be better the next day. Like instead of ending up in this psychotic loop of like, well, I do something wrong and then I get pissed off and then I do something else and then I feel remorse and then I do something bad and then I get pissed off and then I do something else and then I feel remorse and then it's like you're just gonna be in that loop forever, dude. Like there's no way out of that. And I think, that being said, you don't want to live the Groundhog Day of life, dude. Like that we've talked about that before, but that's it. It's like you just keep walking and stepping in the fucking puddle every day. Well, there's probably a lesson to be learned from that. Maybe you should just step one foot to the side. Maybe you just shouldn't put your shoe in the fucking puddle. And I walk around with soggy socks a lot, unfortunately.
Or it's like how many times do you got to go home with shitty, wet, cold feet before you learn
Yeah,
to fucking
dude.
move over?
And what's crazy too is like I feel like on my side too is I'm pretty, in all of us, I feel like a certain way is like your gut's always right. Like always people always, just trust your gut. Trust your gut. Okay, cool. I could trust my gut, but I can choose not to follow it. And that's a big issue for me. That I know exactly what I should be doing right now. But I don't want to. I don't want to act like a little bitch right now, because that's how I've always acted. And that needs to go away.
Well, it's so hard to lure your old self. Hey, why don't you go look over that edge right there? That there's a real nice cliff right there. Why don't you go look? So you can just go kick him right off the edge, dude. He will not go look at that edge.
Right.
He said, I'm cool back here.
I'm good, man. I don't need to see the view.
I know what you're trying to do.
Yeah, right.
I know what you're trying to do.
Yeah. So I guess for me, like that's the one thing I lean on is I have a good reason to want to change the direction. I think it's occurred very recently in these situations where, I'm seeing, and this, I've never been a person who abides by the idea that I have to be somewhere in my life because somebody else is somewhere in theirs. But I am surrounded by a bunch of people who, one's getting married here, one has 3 kids, another one just had another kid. I have another good buddy who just had another kid. And like those little opportunities where like, you can't keep lying to yourself, Like for me, like I don't know what the rest of my life holds. Currently, I still have most of my family around. I have a younger generation of my family around. I have a girl that I would enjoy spending the rest of my life with, for sure, in my life. But I have to prove that I am worthy of those opportunities to those people. And I can't just keep showing up in these types of ways if that's going to be the case. So if I want to be the person I want to be for my nephews or my little sister or my girlfriend or my family or my parents as they get older or whatever it might be, like that's a decision that needs to be made. And these types of things just aren't a part of that.
That makes me think of my breakthrough. My breakthrough came from I've already made my peace with the people that I basically kind of hurt in the process of this. And I've said my apologies and whatnot. And I really, really do not want to get political with this one. But my big breakthrough came through COVID. And I was sitting there and talking all about like holistic ways to, handle all this stuff and whatnot. And looking at things and was like, Grandma, that's not how this works. They're trying to fearmonger you. And this whole time I was sitting there thinking that I was shining a light on the fear mongering, but all I was actually doing was adding to the fear because there was already people who were scaring the shit out of them, my grandmas and whatnot and older people in my life from the television. They were getting scared shitless from the news. And I'm sitting over here like adding to that of saying, well, they're fucking wrong and you should do this. And that was such a breakthrough in my life of what you're saying right now is if I want to be that person who's that lighthouse, that beacon for people to be able to feel like there's always that safety that's leading them home. You cannot be this person, man. It don't give a shit what those guys are doing on that side. You cannot be the person who's adding more fear into the, the crock pot that we're talking about right now. This crock pot of shit is not a good meal. It is not a one pot crock pot good meal.
I did have beef stew until I took a shit in it.
Until I absolutely dropped a whole crap of junk in there. And I was trying to think of what would be really junky to add to beef stew. Just about anything that's not what beef stew should be would be ultimately what makes that pretty shitty. But but yeah, for me, my big breakthrough was, if that's the person who I want to be that person who anybody feels like they can lean on, or they feel like that safety is going to come from that lighthouse.
Yeah, just be the person that you would want in that situation.
Exactly.
That's it.
And
even if you don't get that respect when you are in that situation, you should still be that person for them.
And bingo, you hit the nail on the head.
Maybe teach someone something. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows?
Who knows?
How about yourself, sir?
Honestly, for me, I can point to 1,000 different examples, but I will tell you, I've been trying to work my whole life, like, to make my life's work, like, up to my first 40 years of life. I don't know how many I got left, you know what I mean? But, like, right now, like, I'm at a place where I'm proud to say that I've become a person that has taught myself to think and react. And I'm proud of that, dude. Like, honestly, like, it's tough. But I will tell you, like, most recently, like, I mean, like, we always work on breakthroughs. Like, shit always happens, right? But, like, I will tell you, like, I got into an argument with my wife a little, like, maybe 6 months ago or something like that. You know what I mean? My brother was dating his girlfriend at the time. And, you know, and it's like, it was stupid. Honestly, it was stupid. And I just lost it, dude. I'm, like, yelling, I'm screaming and shit. And my brother's sitting there watching that. And when I didn't think in that moment, but after that moment, I was like, dude, you just did that in front of your brother who you trying to teach to be a young man, who you trying to teach to be a family man, a guy that respects his wife. Don't, you know what I mean? These are, like, how many lessons did you just fucking debunk? And that's when I was like, it clicked. I'm like, dude, you gotta be the person who you're trying, I gotta show up how I'm protruding to be. Like, if I'm saying I'm going to do this or reflect and think and be this, like we say, water. Like, if I'm going to try to be that person, you got to show up. Like, and in that moment, I didn't show up, dude. And it hit me. I was like, I can think my whole life of things that I've learned, had breakthrough moments that made me want to not have that moment again. And it's like, you know, that moment, I was like, fuck, dude. Like, you really can undo a lot.
Well, it's wild because most of the time people are not going to remember exactly how you acted, but they're going to 100% remember how you made them feel. Yes. So if you're that person who, like, I've really realized how much like, it doesn't matter if they're older or younger, but kids are super impressionable. Anybody who's younger than you is so like, they will act the way that you do. But then there's older people who will have, you know, been doing life for how long, and then they look at you and go, oh, that motherfucker's 35.
Yeah.
How the hell does he know this?
Yeah, right.
I'm 75.
Yeah.
I don't act like that.
Yeah.
Jesus, I spent 40 years not acting like that.
Yeah.
You know, those you can, you know, definitely influence people by just being that true, authentic version and best case scenario of yourself, without a doubt. It doesn't matter. You can influence the older, you can influence the younger. But if you got to show up the right way. Yeah. That's the thing. You can't be this person who's like, I'm trying to jam this shit down your throat. You just are who you are. You're the water. You flow. And that flow, people are like, I want to ride that wave.
Yeah, right.
Yo, that's a nice wave. I want to ride that wave.
I need that in my life.
Yes.
Whatever that dude is doing, I need that. I don't know what it is. I'm going to watch from afar, or I'm going to ask, or I'm going to get tips, or whatever it is I got to do, but I need some of that.
Hell
you
yeah.
know what I mean? Like, that shit looks cool. You know what I mean? Like, it looks like, but like when you see it looks bad, it's like, oh man. You know, and that's what I really, like, when I sat with my thoughts on that, dude, I was really like, what the fuck did I just do? Like, honestly, that's what I beat myself up about. And I was like, don't do that shit no more. Start showing up how you talk. Like, start showing up how you trying to portray to be. And that's like, it still lessons. Like, it's never over. It's a constant learning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's that growth mindset. I've been trying to always keep that, like, that kind of a mindset. Always be willing to grow. And like he said, not kill. I don't know. He's trying to kill the person.
I'm trying to kill myself. Hey guys, I'm trying to kill myself over here.
No. No, you're not. Don't say that.
No, I'm not.
Don't
It's
nobody
just a
call
joke.
one. Yeah.
No, but in that point though,
Trying to, when you're trying to eliminate, like, it's tough. You know what I mean? I know what you mean. And over the years, I tried to do that, but I've tried to, like, I've learned you got to keep some parts and morph if you can. And that shit is tough.
well,
It's like a tracksuit. I think I look at it like a tracksuit. I want to shed this tracksuit, but I kind of like these pants. They fit right, so I'm gonna hold these pants, but I'm gonna make them work with the next outfit kind of mentality.
Yeah, I'm not a tracksuit guy. Like I walk around, kind of feel weird with the tracksuit, but the pants with the right shirt, I can roll this. I can rock this. I think like what you're just saying though, one of the quickest tricks I've learned is just to act like the person you want to be. Like find a good role model and just act like them in the worst way you could imagine possible. Just be like them. Go like, sound like them. Go talk like them. Just because what you're doing is you're trying to rewire yourself from being the fucking lump on a log that you typically are. And for me, if I just go, okay, what would this person do in this situation? Like if I was gonna I went out to Ryan's house on Thursday, I think it was. Yeah, Friday night. I was tired, holiday push. I wanted to go see Ryan. I'm like, I don't get to see him very often. He's, we have a free night. I'm kind of tired. I'm like, okay. All things aside, what would be like the best friend you can imagine showing up with that type of energy? How could that change the trajectory of your night as opposed to showing like, hey man, what's up? Yeah, I guess we'll hang and shoot some pool and just fucking kind of tired, I guess. But like, if you walk in there with like that, like the bro comedy from a fucking movie, like, hey, you want to be that guy? Everyone's saying, hey, dude, dude, goodness, and all of a sudden you're smiling and they're smiling and they're easy and you're easy, and all of a sudden like you're rewiring how you act and you're still yourself, but you're doing the things that you want to do in a way that's completely fucked up and backwards. You're just impersonating somebody at this point. But like, on that end though, like I found myself in a situation where like even at work where I could go, okay, I am not feeling it at all inside me right now, but I do respect the way that this person usually carries himself. I'm just going to fucking act like them. And a little bit along the way, you go, oh, this feels nice. Like I actually can do this. And it becomes empowering that way to, find a way to rewire yourself a little bit.
Are you impersonating somebody else, or are you technically just impersonating a version of you that you haven't become yet?
More that, but I have to trick myself. I got to do little tricks in my head. I got to do little tricks.
But you know what, though? I think what you're saying though is like the way I feed that is you putting positive role models around you. Like, it's like, even look at this. Like, you guys asked me to, well, I was happy to do it, of course. But you know what I mean? But, like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, journaling, like, even just doing it this way, like, you allow yourself to put yourself around positivity.
Yeah.
Like, talking to you two about what's going on in a little bit of my world, it's helping. You don't know it. It's helping me. But that's just it. Like, that's a positive thing around me that now I don't have to act like y'all, but guess what? That vibe, that energy can be reflected.
It's electric.
Hell yeah, I can go home like, just did a podcast show with my boys, my brother-in-law, shit. It's great. About to watch some Steelers. This is great, man.
Yeah.
You take that energy. Like, now if we was in here commiserating with each other, I'm going home already down and shit. Hey, honey, the dishwasher part came. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it does say
I gotta do that today.
We've covered this on other episodes, but like, and we can move on after this. But I think that's the one thing I'll say is like, do not underestimate the energy of other people in your life for sure. Yeah. Oh my God, dude! Like that has in work and life and friends and family. Like, oh my God, please keep inventory checks on the effect that other people's energy has on you.
Yeah,
that
positive and negative.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point. Positive and negative, because you can definitely get drained.
You can
down.
easily be drained by somebody, and then the other person is literally a Tesla charging battery. That every time you're around them, you're just woo. You got that electricity flying through you.
Boy.
Yeah, absolutely. So be the person that you strive to be, even if it's just impersonating somebody. Just not a police officer. Don't do that.
Yeah, that's a bad call.
Freeze.
Freeze. I'm a cop. All right. Question number 5 of the day. What helps you carry yourself, even just barely, when you're in an emotional survival mode? Is it a person, a phrase, a practice, or pure instinct? You want to take this one, Jeff?
Hell yeah. For me, let me get cleared up here. My wife, dude. I hit it before. Like
Yeah.
when I'm low, I'm deep in it, low. That's it, dude. She pulls me out. Like she's been pulling me out longer than, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's been 20 years she been pulling me out.
Yeah.
Dark places, dude. Like some of them places been, whew, you know,
Yeah.
been real dark.
I can imagine.
Been real dark, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, and then you think about your family, your friends, like all the people who watch you, all the people who, like I even hit on it, my brother. Like I'm trying to watch this kid become a young man. Like I have to keep all that in the back of my head, you know, at all times. Like,
Yeah.
that's for me. And that's when I'm low, really, really low. I'm like, keep showing up like the person you said you would, and keep, you know, putting that positive energy out there. And when you do, go home to your wife and she got all the answers for you. Even if it's just a hug, a little kiss, or a little, you had a bad day, but it's all right. You know
That's
what I mean?
special, man.
Hell yeah, dude. Like
Yeah.
that. I mean, when you can get that low, and I mean, like I said, like I'm proud of that shit. Like I'm happy to go home and crawl up and, you know, be like, you know what, baby, today was all kinds of fucked up. You know what I mean? Guys be scared to admit that. That's a powerful thing to have.
Yeah.
And like when I'm like really in it, bro, I'm telling you, that'll just change your whole trajectory. Like I can't tell you, one time I come home from work. We was working a safe like that. I come home from work, smell cookies in the air. I was so fucking mad. Oh wow. I was done, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, fresh cookies in the air?
I came home to cookies.
Babe, I didn't even know you baked. We were still young in it. Like, you know, I didn't know you baked. Shit. But that's it, man. Like, I found it. I know it's short and sweet, bro. But, bro,
No.
my family, like, my wife, my mom, dude. Like, I always think about my mom, dude. When I'm getting ready to lose it, like, don't fuck up everything. Like, I can't fuck up, you know? Like, my mom worked her ass off to get us out of poverty, to have something, to have a life, bro. And like, you go ahead and or let a bad day fuck all that up. You know, you got to keep them people, the memories, all that shit keeps you from doing something stupid and help you get out of the funk you in. That's how I get out of my funk.
I done made it this far. I'm gonna let this bullshit
Yeah.
fucking pull me back.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's that. But
it's tough.
but the
'Cause you can't
dynamic
always
you
do it. It's tough. Like,
Yeah.
you know, shit happens.
the dynamic you have though is it's incredible because I know your missus and she's
Yeah.
awesome
Yeah,
and your little brother's cool as hell.
yeah.
And so him having that driving force of him being with you, but then having that absolute rock that you have, like she's a lighthouse,
Dude.
100%, probably one of the best out there.
Dude,
Yeah,
hell
it's
I appreciate that.
that's
bro.
cool,
I
man.
appreciate that. I love
that's a
it.
whole different. This guy's got the cheat codes over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I don't really like it.
That is the cheat. And you know what's funny? That is the cheat code to life. I mean, for me, I don't know about everybody else's situation, but I can tell you, for me, it's been the night and day.
Well, imagine if you didn't have that.
Oh, I don't. You want me to be honest? I'd be dead or in jail if I didn't know your sister.
Yeah.
I would be dead or in jail. 100% no, I would. 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
but
too. No, I'm jacking. But yeah, I think realistically,
me too.
No, I think that is like that's huge. Like for me, like having like those people, like that grounding force, like that's the biggest thing for me. I think there's other things out there too. For me specifically, like even music. I think music's huge for me. I have playlists of songs I listen to on the worst day specifically. Even making the effort to get ready for this episode, I start saving songs that I was like, what are those songs that I put on when I have like the worst day? And I have a few of those that like, sure, it could be nice to have a friend who could sit there and listen to you vent or give you advice, but I think that the reason why music translates so well for these types of situations is because it allows you to like process the emotions with somebody who has felt the same way that you have felt at that current moment. So when you find the right song and it feels the way that you feel and you're like, oh man, like that ability of not feeling alone in the situation is so huge for me. So having those types of songs, like you could be in the downest dumps of your entire life, but I'm sure you could find a song about someone who feels the same exact way you do. And that type of empowerment immediately starts to kick yourself out of that situation for sure. And that's always helped me. And I think like those mindless meditation things we've talked about too, like the biking, getting on the bike and just destroying your legs. like there is something incredibly therapeutic about that, about driving, going on a run, playing video games for 6 hours and not feeling guilty about it. Like there are things that you can do to kick yourself back into like, okay, like at least I've let my mind rest and I did not think so much other than of what is exactly in front of me at that situation. I think those types of things kind of knock you back into that default mode and that ability to like have. For me, I think it's about then steering it into like I have faith and trust in my situation, not so much of I need control of all these bad things that are happening. Like, okay, you know what? Yeah, I had a bad day, and this song I listened to, this person had a bad day too, but they got themselves out of it, and so will I. And like that empowerment alone, I think, starts to kind of tide or turn the tides back in your favor.
Dude, when we were just discussing this right now, I thought about just this perfect, I think, whatever description of this in general. We've talked about financial freedom before on a previous episode on money and how when you're trying to build financial freedom, and I want everybody to think of like Roman columns, your life sits up on top of this platform and you got all these different columns underneath that are holding up that platform. And so when all you have is just that 9 to 5, and that's the only way you're making your money, your entire financial freedom is teetering on one column. And if that one column is cut loose, you lose your job, there's no more even remotely financial stability. And so you start putting more columns in there to try to build that financial stability, whether you're trying to do, e-commerce or start a little business, a little side gig, whatever it might be. You find ways to build up that so you have true financial stability and freedom. I just thought about your life of Zach's life is on top of this, platform. And if Zach only has himself and that's it, he doesn't have music or biking or cars or family, wife, friends. If he doesn't have any more columns, my entire life is teetering on just myself.
Yeah.
And I'm now holding up all the weight of my entire life, where now you have this second column of your wife, and she is just an absolute pillar. You ain't losing that. So now you got structure. Now you're locked in, and now it's not just teetering on one. I got one more column in there. Then you add your brother, and that's a column of, I know that this column is here to keep me up, but is also a column to keep me going kind of mentality. So you add all those things where you can say music is a column for me. That holds up my life. Music is what brings stability and sturdiness to me when I'm not on those days. So to me, like, my life sits up on top of that platform. How many columns am I going to add to bring that true life stability?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's important too, because then when it gets cut out, then like, what do you still have? So if I have a shitty day and my girlfriend's out of town, like that's another point. And you nailed, so I won't hit on too much more. But I think, again, the people around you, man, like whether it's my girlfriend and my cat coming home to the cookies in the air, whether it's like my dog died, dude, like this dude was here for me, like no questions asked. Like, one, because he loves me and he's one of my best friends in the world, but two, like he'd been there with his dog and he knows, like we tried to show up there for him when he lost his pup, and like he did the same for me, and I appreciate that immensely. But like, if I'm not doing what I need to do to show love and support leading up that situation, then like in building that foundation up, then when oh shit, here comes the hailstorm to try and knock my foundation down, like, well, what did I do to earn like that opportunity to have those people look out for me in those situations? So like, thank God I had someone like you through that situation, because that was tough as hell. Or like if I come back home from a bad day at work, oh, my girlfriend's there, or if she's not home that day, okay, cool, I have music, or I can reach out to a family member, like, and having as many of those pillars built. That's a great way to think about it, man, because like you can't rely on one all the time. Maybe there's construction going on, we got to fix a pillar, it's broken down a little bit,
maybe someone's going to school for a long period of time,
right?
That's keeping them. Or maybe that person in your life moved away for a short period of time, and they're like, they got to lock in on their shit right now, and you have to respect that. They're like, hey, I can't be there for you right now. I got to do my thing at this moment.
We can't just put all your chips in one basket.
Well, even to add off that, like, it's like prioritization too. Like, you got to make sure you got the right pillars in the right place too. Because if the second pillar is doing all the work and you rely on this pillar, it might not do shit. But if you lose that one in the middle, like you said, now it don't matter what these can do for you, because that foundation is a little rocky now, because this one can't support you as much as that one.
It's starting to teeter a little bit.
That's great. That's a good analogy. I like it, man. I like that. It's a good way to look at it. Oh, yeah.
So for myself, on this question, what helps carry yourself? And basically, I'm just sick in the head is what I'm going to put out there. I'm sick in the head. I will go through pain. I will go through pain for others to not feel it. That's just who I am. And I will put myself to the ends so that for others' sake. And that's just, I am not someone who's ever going to take my own life for that mentality. Like, I could get to a place where I have nothing, I have nobody, and I'm still not going to end up doing. It's not going to happen. It couldn't happen because I want to be there for the other people. So it's a matter of always making sure that you're putting yourself first, but ultimately building that foundation that I was just talking about.
Yeah, what a ass backwards thing to have to do. I have to put myself first to put myself in the situation to help other people. But my God,
it's
dude.
the whole airplane theory.
Yeah.
What do they tell you? Put your oxygen on first.
Yes.
You can't do shit. I can't give a damn who ain't breathing. I can't help you if I'm not breathing either.
Right.
Like, oh, you gotta bring it to
Derek, I got you. Hey, man, put your shit on first, then you can get me. Please. I want you to get me correctly.
Yes.
I don't want you to be like, I got you. Like,
my face is as blue as Jeff's shirt. I'm like,
he's trying to help you. The guy's trying to pour the man. Like, here, he's like helping you. Like, here, motherfucker. I know you're trying to help me, but put yours on so we can both breathe, you silly motherfucker.
oh, Lord.
We riding it out on the last question?
Let's ride it out. Let's do it.
All right. If you could write a love letter or a piece of advice to the version of you that shows up on your worst day, what would it say? Zachary, well, brother man, it's another one of those days where you let yourself slip too far into the negative end of the spectrum. It is definitely an easy thing to do. However, how many times have we told each other that we want to be like water and flow with the current of what is happening at the moment? Be present, flow state. Now that you got your Mr. Miyagi out of the way, you have people that are counting on you to continue showing up. There are so many people that look up to you on a regular basis for many different things. You come through for all those people time after time. Now it is time for you to show up for yourself right now. And remember that the buffalo run to the storm. So point yourself right through the darkness of the storm and get the fuck out the other side so that we can go back to being this kind of chill Zen mofo who said some wild shit sometimes. Love you, dog.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Dear you, all right, listen up, dipshit. You're not dying. You're just having a bad fucking day. Stop acting like the universe has a personal vendetta against you. It doesn't. You just woke up on the wrong side of the mood swing again. Take a deep breath, go put a song on that hits you in the chest, clean something, maybe pet the damn cat. You don't need to fix the world today. You just need to not burn it down. You've been here before, and you always crawl out, half pissed, half laughing, but still kicking. That's your thing. Remember, you're not the thoughts in your head. You're the one calling on them assholes. I haven't read this since I wrote it. Now go do something that small that reminds you that you're still alive. Drive, bike, dance. I don't care. The storm's going to pass, whether you scream or sing. So you might as well pick the one with a better soundtrack. Love the version of you who knows you'll be fine, even if you don't.
I love it, dude. That was great.
Nice. I like it. Jeff. So I'm actually, before I read this, I just wanted to tell you, I'm actually going to print this and keep it with me.
Okay.
I am.
Hell yeah.
So I wrote myself this. I said, Jeff, be yourself and don't let any person or situation let you forget how hard you worked to become the person that your mom and wife are proud to call son and husband. Don't let this current situation decide the rest of this day. Continue to learn from your mistakes that life throws at you. Be a better person in that moment, then grow from those moments. Remember, all of the people in your life that love you don't want to see that version of you. I have to remember that.
Love
Keep
it.
that with me.
That's
Hell yeah,
strong, dude.
Love it.
All right, y'all. This was an absolute kick-ass episode on Worst Day, How Do I Carry Myself? We always say, don't trust us, trust yourself. And that just goes with saying, because if you can't trust yourself, then you can't trust anybody else. I guess, maybe.
Hell yeah. All things
I think we covered
cleared
that.
that up today.
Yeah, we got that good.
So I want to give these guys one last opportunity if they have anything to ride out on. Jeff, you got anything to share on worst days?
Hey, man, continue to grow from it. Have a growth mindset. Reflect if you can. If you snap out, keep it minimal.
Way to steal mine.
Hey, look, you can just go, look, ditto.
No, that's great.
Well, let's see. New year. New year doesn't mean new me. It just means being the me that I should have been the whole time.
I like that one too.
Boom.
All right, y'all. Worst days are going to happen to you constantly. It's getting to a place where you're no longer looking at the days as if they're good days or bad days. They are just days that happen to you, and you are so damn strong that it doesn't even look like a good day or a bad day. It
Don't
just
matter.
looks like a day.
It don't matter. We just live
I'm
in
that
days
dog.
out here.
I got that dog in me for the days, dog. It's the dog days of summer out here, all right?
I'm eating rice and ground beef every day. It don't matter. I don't have good meals or bad meals. I just have meals.
Meals.
Meals on
Food. All right, y'all. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We had Jeff, we had Derry, we had myself, Zach, and we thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.
Later.
Thanks again for tuning into episode 54, Worst Day, How Do I Carry Myself? Don't hesitate to catch the gang's next release, episode 55, Strength. What does it look like to stand the test of time? That's a nice boulder. We could look at mountains and think, whoa, the strength it takes to climb that to the top is going to be so much. Yet we might take the time to realize that we always had that strength inside of us to accomplish anything we ever want. Well, the gang decides to discuss that topic, strength. What does it look like to stand the test of time? Let's give you 2 sneak peek questions from that episode outline. Question number 1. Why do you think we often underestimate our own strength? And what would you change if we saw ourselves the way others see us at our best? Another one of the questions from that 6-question episode outline. How do you continue building strength in the quiet seasons when no one is watching, cheering, or validating your growth? Thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you guys on the next one. We appreciate you guys riding along with us as always. Take care. We'll see you guys out there.